Okay, guys. Today we're gonna finish up. Well, not finish up. We're gonna begin playing Halo Combat Evolved. We just finished Halo Reach, and we also just finished Dead Space. So if you guys want to, go check those videos out. The playlist should be completely finished for you guys to participate in the entire campaign playthroughs. So feel free to enjoy that while we're making our way through Combat Evolved. And we're also currently working on Dead Space 2, so if you're interested in Dead Space, there's going to be more content like that coming soon. But, yeah, we're just going to get into it, start playing, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Alright, I gotta make sure that all my audio settings are correct. Alright, here we go. So used to Reach. Alright, going back to CE. And if you guys remember, we finished up on the Pillar of Autumn for Halo Reach, and yeah, there's a cutscene that leads into Halo Combat Evolved. That's why we're starting it here. Alright, there's no dialogue skull for Halo 1, so... yeah. Alright, we're just going to be playing on Legendary, no skulls, and let's begin.
Cortana, all I need to know is, did we lose them?
I think we both know the answer to that.
We made a blind jump. How did they...
Get here first? The Covenant ships have always been faster. As for tracking us all the way from Reach, at light speed my maneuvering options were limited.
We were running dark, yes?
Until we decelerated, no one could have missed the hole we tore in subspace. They were waiting for us on the far side of the planet.
So, where do we stand?
Our fighters are mopping up the last of their recon picket now, nothing serious. But I've isolated approach signatures for multiple CCS-class battle groups. Make it 3 capital ships per group. And in about 90 seconds, they'll be all over us.
Well, that's it then. Bring the ship back up to Combat Alert Alpha. I want everyone at their stations.
Everyone, sir?
Everyone. And Cortana.
Hmm?
Let's give our old friends a warm welcome.
I've already begun.
Attention, all combat personnel. Please report to your action stations.
Probably one of my favorite scenes in Combat Evolved right here. That's the longsword we take at the end of the campaign.
5th Platoon, secure airlocks on Deck 11. 14th Platoon, rendezvous with 22nd Tactical at Bulkhead Charlie 14.
You heard the lady. Move like you got a purpose.
This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Man, we let those dumb bugs out to the middle of nowhere to keep them from getting their filthy claws on Earth. But we stumbled onto something they're so hot for that they're scrambling over each other to get it. Well, I don't care if it's God's own anti-son of a bitch machine or a giant hula hoop. We're not gonna let them have it. What we will let them have is a belly full of lead and a pool of their own blood to drown in. Am I right, Marines?
Sir, yes, sir!
Damn right I am. Now move it out. Double time.
Attention all personnel. We are re-engaging the enemy. External and internal contact imminent.
All you greenhorns who wanted to see Covenant up close, this is gonna be your lucky day.
Every time that the campaign starts, it's a different dialogue. He says different things every time.
Sir?
Right. Let's thaw him out.
Okay. Bringing low-level systems online. Cracking the case in 30 seconds. He's hot! Blowing the pins in 5!
Alright.
Come on, we've got to get the hell out of here!
Oh, we're not doing the calibrations?
Sensors show inbound Covenant boarding craft. Stand by
This way.
to repel boarding.
Well, I'll follow you for a second. We're not following you anymore. Real quick, for those of you guys that want to know where the skull is for this map, here's your cryo tube. You could do it, I think now is the only time you can do it, but I'm pretty sure you could also do it when you're calibrating your armor and everything. It's right behind this little capsule thing here. I think that's the blind skull. You just have to pick it up. I don't know if you could continue to carry it, but once you pick it up, you get the achievement.
Alert, all hands. One flight on port deck 412. Make the team move to engage.
It's important to remember that this is the original game on the original engine, so it's a little jittery. It just has like a remeshing for the graphics to resemble Reach. Like if I hit tab, go back to the original graphics.
Do it!
And this is the Reach. I personally like the aesthetic of Reach, so I'm going to keep it with Reach. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing it on the original graphics either. Like the game still looks pretty good. It's just I like the newer look. It has more the lighting and everything looks a little bit better. In fact, there's no lighting here at all. You can actually kind of see a little bit of the meshing. It's like little grid squares on the characters and stuff. It looks a little bit off when you're up close to it, but yeah, this is the OG right here.
Sir, the captain needs you on the bridge ASAP. Better follow me.
Oh, you just laying down the bag, huh? Some injured Marines here. These are all sailors, basically. They're like crew members of the ship. Cat found. That ain't no cat. That's a possum right there. Not very friendly. I think she might be scared. Not housebroken either. Found on 75th. If she's yours, call Dan at whatever number that is. I bet you they had the original number, and then the guy that was like the developer that they were trying to prank got a bunch of those phone calls, and then they had to do something about like blocking out that number. Have you seen my goose? A lot of missing animals here. That's actually kind of kind of a cool little banner there. I like that. On the default game, that's not there at all. Oh, I guess there is, yeah. So what is this one? For sale, Chicago office, colony ship. Marines, keep it clean in your area. Toss your filth, put away your trash. No scooters on deck. Like my ears just popped, but I think the audio just changed for the default game. Oh, the duty roster. That's not good. I hate seeing the duty roster. Yeah, okay, the audio changed. Something about, like, passing a certain threshold, it changed the audio. Also, if you're interested in terminals, when you come to the bridge, come to the left side of it. This is a terminal. I didn't mean to read it. I guess we'll just watch it, right?
Warning! By order of Ecumen Council, proximity to Installation 04 is forbidden. Your continued presence will result in most unpleasant countermeasures. I must insist that you immediately change course and return to a minimum safe distance of 1 light year. This has served as your one and final warning. I have activated defensive systems, and you now have 30 seconds to return to the minimum safe distance of... Wait. Curious. Curious indeed, after all these years. Greetings, humans, and welcome to Installation 04. Ignore prior warnings, and please continue. I have disabled defensive systems to allow your approach, but you must not exit your ship once you have arrived at the designated landing center. This fleet contains significant dangers, and even with your assumed legacy, I must verify the presence and pitch of your gauge before allowing full access. We have much to discuss, humans. I have been away far too long. You have been away far too long.
Basically, just a warning as the Pillar of Autumn's getting in proximity to the ring. That's kind of cool. I like that. I don't think I've ever watched it, I just got the achievement for it way back when.
Captain Keyes.
Good to see you, Master Chief. Things aren't going well. Cortana did her best, but we never really had a chance.
A dozen Covenant superior battleships against a single Halcyon-class cruiser. With those odds, I'm content with 3... make that 4 kills. Sleep well?
No thanks to your driving, yes.
So you did miss me.
Report!
It must have been one of their boarding parties. I'd guess an antimatter charge.
Ma'am! Fire control for the main cannon is offline!
Captain, the cannon was my last offensive option.
All right, then. I'm initiating Cold Protocol Article 2. We're abandoning the Autumn. That means you too, Cortana.
While you do what? Go down with the ship?
In a manner of speaking. The object we found, I'm gonna try and land the Autumn on it.
With all due respect, sir, this war has enough dead heroes.
I appreciate your concern, Cortana, but it's not up to me. The protocol is clear. Destruction or capture of a shipboard AI is absolutely unacceptable, and that means you're leaving ship. Lock in a selection of emergency landing zones, upload them to my neural lace, and then sort yourself for a heart transfer.
Aye, aye, sir.
Which is where you come in, Chief. Get Cortana off this ship. Keep her safe from the enemy. If they capture her, they'll learn everything. Force deployment, weapons research, Earth.
I understand.
The Autumn will continue evasive maneuvers until you initiate a landing sequence. Not that you'll listen, but I'd suggest letting my subroutines handle the final approach.
Excellent work, Cortana. Thank you. Are you ready?
Yank me.
Good luck, Master Chief.
Your architecture isn't much different from the Autumn's.
Don't get any funny ideas.
I don't keep it loaded, son. You'll have to find ammo as you go.
How do you not keep your sidearm loaded? What the hell? Yeah, like even back then, like this game was...
Get moving, Master Chief. There's nothing you can do here.
It kind of sounds different. This game was like really good for its time. Like I think this game came out in like 2001 or something. Yeah, this was very impressive for its time, and there's a reason why it's stayed as popular as it did. All the way until 343 got their dirty hands involved. Created
We need to get
monstrosities
going,
that we know as 4, 5, and Infinite.
Completely overrun by Covenant.
I do like that. It kind of keeps true to like some of the original maps and stuff. Just very slightly altered. Good grenade guy.
Those Marines could use some help, Chief. Do what you do best. Keep your head down. There's two of us here now, remember?
Where'd it go?
The original assault rifle is the king. I don't know why they fucked with it. Any more grenades anywhere? Hey, there we go. I'll take 2 grenades.
I don't see anything.
The voice acting for this game was really good too, I will say. They did a really good job of like making it believable and stuff. Okay, there we go.
What the hell? Did something just hit us?
Move it! Back to the airlock!
Yeah, it is actually very important to note that this is on the original engine, so it's gonna stutter a lot.
About time you showed up. Bingo! That'll do him. Good one. Best you can do. Covering fire!
Almost died from lack of skill.
I don't see anything.
There are overshields in here, but I usually don't like taking them.
They're using our lifeboat airlocks to attach their boarding craft. We go out and they come in. Clever bastards.
Man, you guys can't throw grenades for shit.
Got you covered! Over here!
First good grenade, and it only was good because it created a daisy chain of explosions.
Crew and ops personnel on decks 9 through 12. Report to evac stations now.
Yeah, I know there's a... Oh, fuck. I was not expecting another one. I know there's a way to save both of those guys, and I usually try to. But I thought I cleared out the area, so... Maybe I shouldn't try to. Maybe I should just play the game. Yeah, there's no saving them. That's unfortunate. I know there is a way, like, to do it effectively, but I don't have the skill set for it anymore, or the patience. But you can save both of those guys if it matters to you. Like a little small, like, Easter egg that isn't really an Easter egg. It's like a challenge more than anything else.
On the landing above us.
Right on!
Damn, look at all this fucking blood. Got fucked up down here. That ain't good.
All remaining crew and ops personnel, hit the lifeboats. Fall back to evac stations.
Grabbing some grenades. For some reason, I don't remember the grenades being available in this mission until after a certain point. Like, the first grenades you get were at the lifeboat when you're about to, like, get on the lifeboat. I don't think I should even have grenades right now. It may just be like a thing about, you know, legendary or something to get grenades. Then again, I'm not really sure. I'm trying to make an idea of why I have grenades and how come it never used to feel like I had grenades before. A little bit high there. The original battle, or the original AR was the best one. My favorite thing.
All hands, this is the captain. Prepare to abandon ship. Combat.
And you know what? I kind of wish that they explained what planet this was, like later on in Halo's lore. So like we know, like if we had like a reason to give a shit about like the universe in the game.
Life pods are launching. We should hurry.
It had more like lore to it, I guess.
The Covenant are destroying the life pods. They really don't want us on that ring. Warning, blast doors closing. We have to use the ship's maintenance access.
I think they're even giving us more ammo and stuff, because I don't remember there being as many ARs and Magnums laying around. And I don't have any skulls on too, so like it's kind of strange that it's doing this with only being a legendary multiplier the difficulty. A lot of elites too. I don't remember it being this many. This is where I was, so they were trying to catch us sleeping.
Wanted to catch you napping.
Yeah, this is kind of cool to see because it shows like a readout for all of Master Chief's vitals and crap like that. Then I think, yeah, also they have Linda. So if you guys are familiar with like the lore of like the fire teams for the Spartan teams, Linda was a part of Master Chief's Spartan fire team. And it's kind of weird that they have her listed here, but she's not like in the game. I don't even know if they have her in the original. Hold on, let's see. Oh yeah, that's the original. Yeah. So like this is all the original graphics. So like they didn't even show anything about Linda. So they added that after the fact. I don't actually like that. I think like a kind of like a retcon or like retroactively like changing things. Now, like, you could argue, like, oh, they had two bays that had a Spartan, so, like, they implied that there would be another, like, Spartan on this side. But it's the same readout, the same looking thing, so I'm not... Like, in this... So, like, in the original, they don't have it, like, anything different, but when you change to the anniversary, they have Master Chief's side over here, and then this would be Linda's. Linda would be on this side. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the fact that they just add that after the fact, because this is 343's work. They're the ones that added the Spartan team into Halo 5. And it's funny because Halo 5 is not even on the Master Chief Collection. It's kind of a joke. It's kind of insulting to Halo fans. How are you going to call it the Master Chief Collection and not have Halo 5 in the game? And then Infinite is its own thing as well. I think that's very stupid. But hey, they're trying to bring it to PS4 or PS5 or whatever, so hopefully with the influx of players and a little bit more money, they'll wake up and allocate some funds away from the storefront and add some games to this collection here. I don't know, I'm just not a fan of that. Like, if they're going to retroactively change things from the game that weren't even part of the original game, to just fit an agenda for their newer stuff, like, I'm not a fan of that. Especially when it's the stuff that we don't like the newer games. Like, they're good games in their own right, but, like, they're not, like, the thing is, it's not in a vacuum. Like, you gotta compete, or you gotta compare the Halo games to the other Halo games. You're saying, like, oh, this game's good, that game's good, that game's good. What are you comparing it to? You're comparing it to the older Halos, and when there's no continuity in the story, when there's no, like, when it's obvious that they're making things for the storefront and shit like that, and they're not really giving a fuck about Master Chief or anything to do with the UNSC or the story in broad terms, it's just insulting. Honestly, it is. And then, I mean, I'm not gonna start my little tangent about it, but it is it's a political game also. Not Halo, but like the decision process for why they do certain things. It's all political.
The Autumn can take.
For a 24-year-old game, this actually is pretty good. Like, even playing it by this standards, 24 years old, man. 24-year-old game. Kind of crazy. Yeah, like the newer Halo, like I'm gonna call them 343 because it is just 343, but they call themselves Halo Studios now. 343, most of the employees don't even like guns. Like, how do you make a game about warfare, military, and guns? I mean, you don't even like guns, or you have a large disdain for people that serve in the military. It's all that. I'm gonna say it. The woke fucking ideology, like the woke agenda, like these fucking people into these what do you call it, ecosystems that they don't belong in, and then they start making changes and think that they're doing the will of the people, and like anything that they do is what we want, and it can't be what do you call it, critically judged, I guess is the better word for it. I want to be mean about it, but you can't be critical about these people and say exactly what's going on. And they control everything about the game and everything that comes out further. Like, from this point forward, like anything from 343, like Halo Studios, it's just nonsense. Like, the stories don't even make sense. Like, think of like what Naughty Dog did with The Last of Us Part 2. It's like that story, it's a story game. Yeah, sure, it looks like, that's the thing. They make all these games up to standards with like the newest graphic settings, the newest audio settings. Like everything is like up to snuff with like all the newer games. Like it looks good visually. The game mechanics are rinse and repeat of other successful games, so like, you really can't fuck it up. But the story is what makes the games great. That's what makes them stand out, makes them a legacy title that will have franchises like off of the name itself for years and years to come. That's why Halo 1 wasn't just the only Halo. Like that's why we had Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo ODST, Halo Reach, Halo 4, 5, 6, well, Infinite. Like there's a reason. And honestly, it should have stopped after 4. But, and then Master Chief Collection, of course, but then you had the spin-offs like Halo Wars 2. I think there was even a couple of PC games from like way back in the day that were like Halo RTS styled games before Halo Wars was a thing. But you don't get those when you have a disdain for your community, when you hate your community, when you don't stand by the convictions of the prior development studios, like when you just think that your ideas are the best things since sliced bread and you're off base by, without having any kind of reference to the original titles. I don't know how you can be successful. Like the newer games, tell me what the Halo 4, 5, and Infinite story is about, and tell me where it makes sense that every mission it's like you're jumping from one place to another with no continuity between like one mission to the next. Like tell me where that makes sense. Like it doesn't. It fucking doesn't. Then in Halo Infinite we have a crybaby pilot that Master Chief's basically just nursing back to sanity the entire time. It's like where's the fucking compelling story there? Like I don't get it, man. But anyway, I'm going down a tangent I didn't mean to go down. We could talk about it for the future, I guess. Like we'll be going through more little rants like that, but it was pretty much incoherent fucking rambling anyway. So if you guys were listening to this, I apologize, but yeah, it's just sad to see like where things have ended up. Like we had 24 fucking years of Halo, and we started off with this back in the day. Like people think, oh, this looks like shit. Like no, this is like the best shit that ever came out in 2001. Like this is what we had, and we go from this and then get a remaster. Like I mean, the remaster is like the next best thing, but like really not a whole lot is really improved for Halo in the grand scheme of things. Like after Halo Reach, like the game itself is kind of trash. Like everything about the franchise has gone downhill, and it's just sad to see the state of Halo. That's why like I'm holding my breath with 343's new game. They're basically remaking Halo 1 in their own light. So I don't know, maybe they chop Master Chief's dick off or something, make him fucking ladyboy or something. I don't know. We'll see what they do with it. I'm holding my breath. I'm not going to be buying it when it first comes out, and I wouldn't recommend anybody else do it either. I would hold off and wait for the reviews. But yeah, I'm done. I promise I'm done. Anyway, here we go.
Now would be a very good time to leave.
Punch it.
Aye, sir. We're disengaged, going for minimum safe distance.
We're gonna make it, aren't we, sir? I don't want to die out here.
Look!
What is that thing, Lieutenant?
Hell if I know, but we're landing on it.
You're on up! She's been hit!
I knew it. The Autumn's accelerating. Keys is going in manual.
Heads up, everyone, this is it. We're entering the ring's atmosphere in 5.
You sure you wouldn't rather take a seat?
We'll be fine.
If I still had fingers, they'd be crossed.
Alright, so that was the Pillar of Autumn. As per usual, we're only doing one mission per episode. Yeah, I started my little rants. I felt like it needed to be said, but in the grand scheme of things, I probably should have thought my arguments out a little bit more, just so it didn't sound like just some random rambling. But I said my piece. It is what it is. I'm gonna continue to have little rants like that, little outbursts of complaints, I guess. Um, it is a shame though, because Halo is probably one of the greatest games I've ever played in my life, and it honestly shaped a lot of the things about me. Like, it inspired a lot of things for me to do in my life, and it's a big reason like I joined the military. It's not the only reason, but like it inspired like that love for like military service, I guess, like the idea of like being a part of something bigger. Like I got a lot of that from Halo growing up, and it sounds really stupid to say because it's not really what they were going for, but um, something about seeing about a bunch of Marines working together to fight off an enemy threat and fight for survival. It was I don't know. Growing up as a kid, it was really inspiring. Something that a lot of games at the time didn't really do. Um, but it's just sad to see what they've done to Halo in the recent years. I think the last good Halo was Halo Reach. Like I think they really went downhill with their writing, and a lot of the writing decisions were political, and also like a lot of the game decisions were financial. Like they were financially driven as far as like how can we exploit the community, how can we take advantage of the people in their fanfare and like take advantage of the community that has stood by us since the beginning. That's basically why I stopped supporting Halo. Um, not as much as Call of Duty. Like I am actively boycotting Call of Duty. I refuse to play it. Um, but Halo, like I'll give them the graces of spending my time on the games that were good. I won't play the newer stuff, but the good games I'll keep on showing support because it's not the same studio. It was Bungie. Bungie knew what was up. They took care of us when they had us, and that's something I will always appreciate. But 343 definitely has some work ahead of them to regain that what would you call it, that trust with the community. Like at least for me, I'm not going to completely condemn Halo as a franchise, but at least not in the same way that I've done for Call of Duty. But yeah, they have one last shot. They changed their image. They changed to Halo Studios now instead of 343. So long as Microsoft is allowing 343's like employees to work on this game, they had better step it up and really show out. And if I see a fucking microtransaction store with a battle pass or some fucking Fortnite style cosmetic store that nobody really cares about, and if that's the priority, like we're just not like I'm not ever gonna fucking pick up Halo again. It'll be every single Halo from that point forward, just because it's gonna be all connected. Um, yeah, that's why I don't play 4, 5, or Infinite. I'll probably still play 4, but um, really that's just because it's the only one on Master Chief Collection. They don't have 5, and I'm not playing. I'm not re-downloading Infinite. That game's a fucking joke. And yeah, damn, dude. I'm just going down a rant. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, feel free to come in and join the chat whenever we're live, and if you guys want to participate in a little mini rant session with me, you guys can add some more fuel to the fire. I'm down with it, dude, but I gotta know when to fucking let it simmer down a little bit. So we're gonna probably just call it there for today with Halo Combat Evolved. This was the Pillar of Autumn, the first mission. We've gotten the skull and the terminal. So if you guys wanted to go back and check those out, I'll probably try to put a timestamp on the video at those points so you guys can find those on your own and get those achievements. And we'll hopefully see you guys on the next video. I forgot the name of the second mission, but it's gonna be a fun one. It's probably one of my favorite missions because it's the most memorable in my opinion. So I'm excited to play Mission 2 for Halo Combat Evolved, and hopefully you guys are excited to see it. And hopefully we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for coming by, and hopefully you guys are having a good one. See ya.